Before I get started, I wanted to let everyone know that I created a March Madness Bracket Challenge group on ESPN. The link is in the description of this video. I'd love to see what predictions you all come up with and see who has the most accurate bracket. As promised, I am going to follow up on the video I did predicting the tournament seeding. I'm not shocked at all about the teams that ended up on the number 1 seed line. The only weird thing was Texas having a higher 1 seed than USC, but I suspect they did that so UCLA and USC wouldn't face each other again, unless it was the national championship. While I thought Notre Dame would get the number 2 seed line, it doesn't surprise me that they gave it to NC State. They gave UNC a 3 seed instead of Baylor. I have no idea why UNC is a 3 seed. When you look at the rest of the teams on the line, it's very clear they don't belong there. They gave Maryland a hosting site, which surprised me, but I have no issue with it. Alabama arguably has a better resume, but Maryland fans will actually show up and support their team. So the committee got it right in my opinion. UCLA ended up getting the overall number 1 seed. I went over why I thought they would get it in my previous video, and ultimately that ended up being what happened. NC State is the 2nd seed in their region, LSU is the 3rd seed, and Baylor is the 4th seed. Something that will be a common theme in this video is that a lot of the seeding looks storyline based. I was not remotely surprised to see LSU in UCLA's region. LSU was the one who ruined their title run, and they have the opportunity to do it again. UCLA's loss to LSU was documented in the Full Court Press documentary, and now Flaw J. Johnson will be featured in the next one. That worked out perfectly. That being said, if UCLA does not make the Final Four, that would be an absolute failure given the dominant season they had. LSU is the only threat in their entire region, and UCLA has a massive size advantage. LSU is a great team, but losing to them again would be a huge coaching failure. I don't understand the complaints about South Carolina having the number 2 overall seed. They don't have to travel to Spokane, who honestly shouldn't even be hosting at all, and they by far have the weakest region out of the 4 teams. Duke is the only team in South Carolina's region that even has the discussion to be a title contender, and it would take a miracle for that to happen. Any team in the country would love to switch places with South Carolina. UNC and Maryland can very easily be beaten before the Sweet 16. But in fairness to Duke, they are a very dangerous basketball team. They are clearly a much better team than they were in the first half of the season. NC State and Notre Dame probably thought beating Duke would be easy money in the ACC tournament because they did it in the regular season, and they found out otherwise in the postseason. That being said, South Carolina is a very easy pick to come out this region. What number the committee gives them means nothing. But I'll move to the Texas region. I'm hearing a lot of people saying Notre Dame got disrespected and should have been a 2 seed. As a Notre Dame fan, if this is what disrespect looks like, then I'm all for it. Realistically, they should have had the 2 seed NC State got, which means they would have been in the same region as UCLA and LSU. Even if Notre Dame somehow made it past LSU, UCLA would have embarrassed them badly. If Sedona had a 2020 game with 8 blocks, I don't even want to know what Lauren Betts would do to them. Obviously, beating TCU and Texas won't be easy, but I like their chances 100 times more than if they were in UCLA's region. Texas has a tougher path than South Carolina and UCLA, which is how it should be. They either have to go against Notre Dame, who beat them in the non-conference schedule, or they have to face TCU, who are the Big 12 champions in the Elite 8. It's very obvious the committee wants to see Haley Van Lith play her old team. They put LSU and Louisville in the same bracket last year, but Louisville choked in the first round against MTSU. And this year, Louisville just happened to be in the same bracket as TCU. Hopefully they have their first round matchup this year so we can actually see it. I have to say, USC got done absolutely dirty. If there's any coach that I think has valid complaints, it's Lindsey Gottlieb. There was all these crazy conspiracies about how they were going to rig an easy bracket for Juju to make her more famous. It was the complete opposite. Kentucky will be a significantly tougher Sweet 16 matchup than what the other number 1 seeds are facing. And UConn being in their region is brutal. USC is the only team that beat the number 1 overall seed in UCLA, and they did it twice. They have won the Big Ten regular season title and beat UConn. There's no way Texas should be over them. But I have to confess, a selfish part of me wants to see Juju and Paige go at it again. And the committee knows what people want to see. Paige versus Juju did big numbers in the regular season, and this is going to be a tournament game with much higher stakes. There's no way they should be in the same region, but the committee knew exactly what they were doing. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to give some quick reactions to the seeding reveal. There will be longer videos related to the tournament coming soon. As always, thanks for watching.